Thank you guys. I've got the camera set up on the back porch, and I'll be bringing it up shortly. There we go. Now we're on a live camera. And that direction is where Flyby Charlie will come into play. Ron, good to see you. I hope you're having a great day. John P., did you enjoy that drive? That was John P. I drove an hour before I started that video, and I drove another half hour after that video was over because I drove to the Atlantic just to make sure it was still there. Thank you, John P. Mr. Lee, how you doing? My voice is a little rough, extra rough this morning. I would have to look. I drove 4.5 hours total. And some places I was able to go like 75. Some places I was only going 50 miles an hour, that is. And I've got to check out the video. Yesterday had a couple of people say they saw something in the morning video. Something flew by. All right, let me check, Mr. John. I've got the technology. We're actually a little on the cool side this morning. It's for John P. and Mr. Lee, it is 10 degrees. For everybody here in the States, it's 42 Fahrenheit, 10 C. Let me turn this on. Okay, I drove about 200 and about 240 miles one way. So 240 times 1.6 equals, that's 384 kilometers. BJ's Misadventures. Yeah, but Mr. Lee, it's also 12:08, so it's noon. Yeah, 10's a little cool. So that's 384 kilometers going one way. Good morning, Roger Blair. Teacher Crizzy. Yeah, I got some really, uh, 3.5, depending on which way I went. I went some back roads, uh, because I wanted to go to where that cryptid was spotted. So the video that posted yesterday, uh, about the last 10 minutes, I'm driving through the area where the cryptid was spotted. But I got some really good video of the rhododendrons yesterday and some mountain laurel. It was just gorgeous. I only intended to hike like 3 or 4 miles, and I ended up hiking over 7. Hey, Princess Joyax. Yeah, that part of the country has black bears, alligators, water moccasins, copperheads, rattlesnakes. You don't want to be going through those swampland unprepared. But the weather was just perfect. It was sunshine and about 65 degrees. So I hiked further than I should have. Had a series of calamities that kind of held me back a little bit. When I took off on the hike, the water fountain, I was going to load up with some water, and the water fountain hadn't been turned on yet. Then I got to the top of the mountain and I said, well, I don't have any water. I guess I'll chew some gum. I opened my pack. I've got a little container that I carry my gum in, and it was empty. So I should not have hiked that distance without water or something. But, you know, I will load up the pack with chewing gum, and I will make sure that I go to a working water fountain before I hike anymore. I got a phone call last night in the middle of Mog's show, and they just bored me to sleep. The phone call bored me to sleep. Really? No, I did not. Like I said, the phone call, I will watch, last night's show, a little later today. I I prefer watching it live, but, you do what you gotta do. And my phone, it rings any time of day, let me tell you, which is not a bad thing. It's nice to be wanted. I've it seems like, well, like I said, I'll have to watch it later today. And usually by this time of the morning, my gut is telling me what subject to cover tomorrow on tomorrow night's show, but the gut's been a little bit quiet. Yeah, I know that divorce thing's pretty nasty. Hey, that's an idea for tomorrow night's show. Breakup songs. I, I know Moggs is going to go Tammy Wynette. Probably the first thing that comes to his mind. Mr. Lee, uh, the person you divorce is not the person you marry. Plain and simple. You know, it's like I tell everybody, my ex is a good person, but a lot of the stuff that she said she liked quickly went into the column that she did not like after we had been married for a year or two. So that uh, as far as that goes, that's why number one on my list is honesty. Just be yourself. Don't pretend to be something else. Yeah, yeah. I'm really happy for Ben. There was a lot of people praying for him. And Roger, I got a phone call, and the phone call put me to sleep, so I missed the last half of the show. That's true, Mr. Lee, but you grew in the same direction over the last 30 years. And that is more difficult for people to do these days. I know people, oh geez, I know people that laid eyes on each other and knew that instant that they were going to be married. And as little as 6 weeks later, they got married and been together for over 60 years. And this one lady I worked with, she said that her husband and her went out on a date on Friday night. Sunday, he showed up at her house and said, "We're getting married." And they were married within a week after their first date. And the last time I talked to her, I think they had been married like 45 years. So it can be done. Yeah, Mr. Lee, that never hurts. And I'm not an expert. Like I said, I'm divorced, so remember that when you listen to what I have to say. But this 50-50 junk is junk. You got to give 100%, and they got to give 100%. And a marriage is like a 100-foot ladder, old school 100-foot ladder that's heavy. And each person is at the end of that ladder. And if one of them drops the ladder, it's not going anywhere. Oh, my, I'm not going to win no woman over my cooking, let me tell you. Oh, no. No. When I'm done, I'm done. I don't do that. We didn't have any kids. If we'd had kids, I'd been living next door to her. But I'm kind of picky that way. I invite people. I let people know, hey, well, let's go do this. You're invited for this. And if they say no, enough times, they're telling me what they think, and I leave them alone. Life's too short. I forgot to turn my scroll on. Yeah, a lot of people do that, Mr. Lee. And that, knowing what you want is a pretty big thing. Mr. Lee, my thoughts exactly. A lot of my friends had kids, sun's coming up quick. So if Flyby Charlie decides to take off this morning, maybe he'll fly. John P., are you jonesing for some more candy? I don't keep up with Stephen Greer. Yeah, we know you're a night owl, John P. Oh, geez, that's not good. Sound like my sleep. Mr. Lee, Stephen Greer was emergency room doctor in Charlotte, North Carolina, and he was very nearby, but I never followed him. Never gave him all that much credit. Let's put it that way. Yeah, John, that's one of the things they said about Roswell. Said it was faked by the Russians. Took some deformed children and put them in the craft and crashed it. Yeah, he and in his early days, he kind of developed a reputation for going to locations near airports. Well, guess what? If you're close to an airport, you're going to see things flying through the sky. So, that kind of turned me off. And I used to think it was silly that people would mistake Venus for something. And I was at a block party one evening, and Venus was high up in the sky. And a couple of the neighbors thought it was an airplane landing. So, if they can mistake it for an airplane because it's so bright and it's Venus, I guess I could see. And I let them know it was Venus. They said, "How do you know?" I said, "Wait 10 minutes and look up there. It's still going to be there. Airplanes aren't going to do that." For that matter, wait 2 minutes. In 2 minutes, an airplane should visibly move. Yeah, he's charging thousands of dollars now. The thing I would like to do, Mr. Lee, is I would like to get some top-notch night vision glasses, and I mean the latest version, so they're really good. No, I don't watch Danny Jones. I'm pretty well maxed out on my watch hours as far as watching other people. John P's on his candy kick. I might have to find a way to check him out if both Mr. Lee and John P are suggesting them. But I'm trying to make sure I get some a little bit of time to create content for the Camera at Dawn and also Camera on Music channels. Second Alice Cooper should have dropped the post for Alice Cooper, that is. Yeah, it dropped yesterday. Quite a few people watched the Barcy cover of Led Zeppelin's "Going to California." Yeah, I like Joe Rogan, but I don't watch him every show. I watch him some shows. If it's a topic that I like and that I'm interested in. Uh, Joe Rogan, I watch him sometimes, like I said, depending on the topic. Timcast, IRL, sometimes I'll watch him. Usually I end up watching clips. And when I say watch, usually it's listen while I'm doing something else. Well, Mr. Lee, the Danny Jones that come up was English musician, songwriter, producer, and judge on The Voice Kids. Is it a different Danny Jones? Hey, Sharon guy. Here, fly by Charlie. Maybe he'll fly in front of the camera. Sharon, I hope you're having a good start to your day. Hopefully, she's got that little boo boo bandaged up and coming along nicely. Yeah, there's no guarantee he'll fly in front of the camera. It's kind of funny. It would be funny if he did. Let's put it that way. Hmm. There's no, I don't know which one is the Antichrist, but boy, there's a lot of his followers around today. Good morning, Moggs. Moggs, we're gonna talk breakup songs tomorrow. Well, I hope it's only a pressure switch. And of course, I hope that Moggs and Stevie B are having a great start to their day. Wake up. Wake up, little Susie. They had fallen asleep, and it was way too late for them to be out. And they were going to cause a commotion in the little community there because they were out so late together. Well, I'm glad to hear that because I know that you're always working, Sharon. You kind of need them fingers. Oh, speaking of that, if you look close at her avatar, the picture that she puts up instead of coming on live, it looks like on the right side of her head, her hair is arranged in a way that it looks like the profile of a face. It was a good show. What I saw of it, I got a phone call and fell asleep after the call. Come on, Charlie, fly in front of the camera. I got to the point where Ben revealed his job title and the phone rang. Yeah, it does. I agree with you, Mr. Lee. It appears to move. Oh, cool. He probably flew by while I was looking to read chat. Okay. Well, there are worse songs you could have been listening to. That's okay, John. As long as I see y'all somewhere. Hello, Princess Joyax. Thank you, Joy Axe. Thank you. One day, Miss Joy Axe was taking care of her grandmother, and she was live. Her grandmother went to sleep, so she was whispering so she wouldn't wake the grandmother up. And when I came into the channel, I didn't know all of that background information, so whispering kind of became a running joke. And they were whispering for several minutes before I found out what was going on. It was like, what are the? It was her and Julie. What are those two up to? Well, if Charlie's not flying in front of the camera, at least some birds are. There you go, Mr. Lee. Oh, WTF, Mike. Uh, John P., you know what they say about flat earthers? They have nothing to fear but sphere itself. You should be able to talk to Roger anywhere. Cool, Mr. Lee. I know, John P. Uh, one of my Yahoo accounts, they just got too nosy. uh, Mike, you're just stuck on that old song, aren't you? Are you thinking of that because of the cascading waterfalls that I've done or something like that? Yeah, that chicken video got everybody cracked up. That's it. That's it, Mike. Uh, rhythm, Rhythm of the Rain, the Cascades. I think that come out when I was about 5 years old. I'm not sure when it actually came out. Well, I hope she's doing good, Joyax. You take care. I hear Charlie in the distance. Maybe he'll come back and fly by the camera. Well, Mr. Lee, work on that tan. Thank you, Mr. Lee. John P's over there telling you hello, Mike. You doing good on the lyrics, though. Camellia. I really like that 1313. Boggs, you got reservations today? I think Mike said he was going to go live. I'm just not sure what time he's going to go live. It's usually about 3 or 4 p.m. East Coast time. Live, I'm just not sure. YKB, good afternoon. Soul Star, good to see you. Yeah, it's 8:03 here. Thank you, Soul Star. So, Mike, I'll try to at least make a showing over there. Say hello to everybody. It's going to be a sunshiny and cool day again today. It was 42 on the back porch Fahrenheit this morning, and it's only going to get up to about 63 or to 65. YKB, there was nobody you could trick into painting it for you? Yeah, it's fairly clear. We got some clouds, but it's not too bad. So you were at the bottom of the hill and it rolled down on you. Sorry, YKB. Yeah, Kathy, maybe her butler hadn't brought her morning coffee yet. So that would be why she's lurking. Did you guys hear that? Just a minute or two ago, it sounded like somebody was doing some heavy breathing right next to the camera. Nobody's on the back porch, so I don't know. That sounded like somebody threw something on the carport. Mogs, 92 hot. Mike, you, you, you always got somebody coming to your channel. Uh, yeah, it's probably a bird dropped something on the carport because the camera is looking right over the top of the carport. Yesterday, somebody said they saw something fly by, and I still haven't checked it because it takes a while for the higher resolution to upload, and it'll be on the Camera at Dawn channel about 1 hour in. I'm going to review that after this morning's live, and then I'm going to watch Mog's show last night that I missed. I've got to put together some of the video I took yesterday because the rhododendrons looked really great. They're kind of spotty as to which ones are blooming, but the ones I saw look really good. Sharon Head Melt. Mike's used to that cold weather. He had snow a week or so ago. YKB to us, it's cold. I admit to it, living in South Carolina, I got accustomed to the warm winters. Cows can make for good company. They usually leave everybody alone. I always used to laugh at the city folks. They'd drive by a field of cows and they'd stick their heads out the window and go moo. I'd go, you idiots! These cows don't think another cow's driving that car down the road. I know what you mean, YKB. One thing about it, during the summertime, you get a lot of daylight hours up on the 53rd. I'm down at 37, I think. Mike. Jeez, Mike. The banjo was in Georgia, not Louisiana. And yeah, that was in the movie Deliverance, and it was made in Georgia. And Roger, the guy that got credit for creating dueling banjos in the movie, later they found out that it was Arthur Smith that had written it. He called it Dueling Guitars. And he's kind of a regional person around here. Oh. Louisiana has their own movie. It's called The Legend of Boggy Creek, I believe. Oh, and there was a Richard Gere movie that involved Louisiana. He was a Chicago cop, I believe, in the movie. Richard Gere and Kim Basinger was in the movie. Yeah, I think they had The Legend of Boggy Creek or something like that. Mm. This is going to bug me. I can't think of the name of that movie. No Mercy. I had to look it up. Sorry for the typing noise. Yeah, that's right, Roger. But the Greer and Basinger movie was No Mercy. It was a pretty good movie. That was about, or at least mostly about Louisiana. Oh, yeah, no swimming in Boggy Creek. YKB is determined to get Kathy off of the lurker list. YKB, wait till you see today's gnome home. Oh, geez, that reminded me of Sasquatch Sunrise or something crazy name. That was the biggest waste of time as far as movies go. It was, ugh. He's in Kentucky. We've got North Dakota, Kentucky, North Carolina, Florida, Louisiana represented this morning, and a couple more, but they don't tell what states they're in. Yeah, no mercy. That was No Mercy was a good movie. I liked it. It was before all the gerbil information got out. Yeah, I know something's going on. I don't know what it is. I've peeked out a couple of times and don't see anything. Ah, I have been filming a few gnome homes lately. Uh, that's too funny, Mike. There was somebody from West Virginia that walked around the state park that I go to every week, and they swore that there was all kinds of signs, but uh, I've never seen them. Yeah, that's true, Roger. I have not videoed the one for tonight yet. I kind of got distracted, but I'll get it done and it'll go public about 6 o'clock. What was it? Bigfoot and Jeff, that channel. The other day, uh, they were doing their skit, and yeah, probably true, Sharon. Uh, but in their little skit, Bigfoot was talking about spending time in California and this, that, and the other. And it was so close to one of the Bigfoot interviews that I did, one of those joke videos. It's like, hey, wait, I've heard part of this before. YKB, you and Mike are going to make me laugh so much it starts a coughing spell. That's just too funny. Well, Sharon, you got to remember YKB. It's after 1 o'clock in the afternoon. It's about 1:30 for him. And Mike, he's probably been up for 3 or 4 hours. I don't know, YKB. I think it was you that started with the video walking along the trail and showing the door. I don't know when you did that, but I think you did it before I did the little tree here nearby. Um, I got a decorative letter opener that for a project that we did. I might use it in one of the videos. It's like There you go, Mike. Sharon, you be careful. No more accidents, please. I know when I did my tree, it was last October, because I found it when I was doing the Halloween hay stuff. Yeah, Sharon, take a break every once in a blue moon. When you guys see the letter opener, you'll know. Yeah, that was I'm looking back, I probably should have shown a little more of the red car, but yeah, I kind of like that one. And I got to dream up something else for the moose that kind of sort of makes sense. I know, Sharon. That's why I keep suggesting you take one every blue moon, because I know you don't take them often. Don't get me wrong, I try to get things accomplished, but I move a lot slower than I used to. Captain Corpse. That is so true. Oh, I've got a troll doll. It might take me a minute or two to find it. But when I was in 7th grade, my my girlfriend in 7th grade gave it to me. It was a little purple troll doll, and it'll be the perfect size for the video. I just don't remember where it's at. Like I said, certain things. Well, Kathy's the one that told the moose story. And Mike just retold the exact same story. He just told it in a slightly different tone and whatnot. Stevie B. Exactly, Stevie. Stevie, we were talking about your avatar on the show last night. Mr. Lee swears it moves. And if you look at the right side of the face in that avatar, it looks like a profile. And Stevie, everybody's telling you good morning. Sharon says don't work too hard. Soul Star, Roger Blair, John P, all telling you good morning. And we hope you have an easy day at work. She should already be at work. I think Stevie starts her day at like 8 o'clock at work. Thank goodness for the last day of high school's championships. That's true, Mike. That is true. I think several of us here in chat have a heavy foot. Mike, I bet you're even driving your combines at a high rate of speed. Yeah, lead's too soft a metal. They needed something very stiff and lightweight. Yeah, but 28 miles per hour in a combine is fast. Yeah, the lead would just bend and not support properly. Yeah, they're good at lead shoes and cement shoes. Yeah, but going even 28 and 35 in machines that big, that's fast. What? That's got to be birds in the gutters. Yeah, I've been driving forklifts since probably 77 because in a lot of the jobs I had to, move heavy items. Everybody has, or a lot of people seems to have trouble with the back wheel steering, but uh, that could be true, Roger. That could be true. Uh, but I've driven forklifts all day long, but not every day of the week. When I was assistant manager of building materials, uh, there were several days that unloading trucks and rearranging stock. Yeah, I think the last time I drove a forklift was probably around 2016, something like that. One company I worked for, you had to have a license and training to do anything, and I mean anything. Well, Mike, I guess it's because in younger days, I had to drive other people's vehicles. Sometimes it was three on the tree, sometimes three on the floor, different automatics, four on the floor. So, and I drove school bus, which was another animal altogether. We had to take a training class on how to climb a ladder. It was ridiculous. And they gave everybody little certificates to keep with their badge. And if you did something and didn't have that little certificate thing, uh, they'd write you up. And then riding motorcycles and tractors. What else? Wow, that is cool. I have seen 4 speeds on the tree, but that's it. I wouldn't drive a school bus today. If I knew then what I know now, I wouldn't have drove a school bus then. But, I was young and dumb. I got my driver's license to drive a car the day I turned 16, and less than 3 months later, I got my certificate to drive a school bus. I was driving those little 1st and 2nd graders around. Is the 5th gear the overdrive, or do you have to, pull a switch? My cousin had a, '64 Galaxie 500 4-speed, and you had to it anybody who didn't know the difference, it looked like you were pulling a choke, but, it was overdrive. That was a nice car. It had the, 390 Police Interceptor. It would move a little bit. But he had a 1970 Barracuda with a 383 that had been built. That thing would fly. Got terrible gas mileage. Okay, got you, Mike. But I asked him one time what gas mileage did he get in the Barracuda, and he said about 3 telephone poles to the gallon. But that thing would fly. I don't want it to download. Yeah, me too. Uh, I had a relative that had one of the Roadrunners with the big fin on the back. That was a nice car. I'm gonna go on the back porch and turn that camera off. I'll be right back. Oh yeah. Uh, I never drove anything like that, Mike, but I know what you're talking about. Thank you, Soul Star. I hope you have a great day too. Uh, Chryslers in the 60s had push button gears. And I thought that was amazing. It was on the left side of the steering wheel on the dash. I thought that was something else. All right, you guys, I guess I need to go get something done. First thing I need to get done is something to eat. I'm about to starve. If WTF Mike, he'll be live this afternoon about 4 o'clock East Coast time, 3 o'clock Central. Or did I get that backwards, Mike? And let's see here. What else is going on? I'll be going live Saturday night on Music Talk. Hey, Raymond, welcome in. Hope you and Norma are having a great day. Saturday night, 8 o'clock East Coast time. I know it's late for YKB, but if you up late, hope to see you. I'm going to get a video for the gnome home and get it posted around 6 o'clock today. I think that covers it. Hope everybody has a fantastic day. And as always, I hope that only kind words come your way. Take care, everyone.